Here we are for hunt number 4. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Dan's back with us today.
It's cold.
It's a little bit cool this morning. We're waiting for my father. We're at the same boat ramp that I was at last weekend. Alright, here's what we've got. We've got this 18-footer with the surface drive. And then on top of that, we've got our 3 layout boats.
I got a can.
So we're clear back in the middle of nowhere, which is good, but there are not many ducks, and it's just a filthy, disgusting mud bath in here.
But it's nice and cool and pretty.
Just a mud bath. Okay, no! Oh.
Sandy, get back here.
She did not like that. Here comes a, it's just coming back, it's gonna attack you, Izzy.
Coming. It is. It's
wow.
Really.
Izzy, come here.
Izzy,
come
no.
here.
No.
Come here.
Wow, I saw it coming in and no way. No way.
Old cranky is what they call those things. I read that in a book somewhere.
Old cranky.
It's a cool bird.
Get a shot at the dogs. They're still looking at that bird. Look at it, Candy. Get a shot of her. She's on point.
She wants that, boy. She wants that. She wants to sink her little black white fangs into those.
See, if the crane's coming, then the duck should.
So we've made a decision now. We are gonna get out of here and go to the area where we were last week. It's not that far from here and we can move. It's just, there's nothing moving in here hardly at all. So at least last week there was wood ducks moving around and we shot a couple. So we're just gonna cut our losses on this pool. Just isn't what we thought it was, and we're gonna make a move. And at least, even if we get some wood ducks landing our decoys, at least that's more fun than sitting in here in this mud bath. So what do you think about this plan is? She likes it. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, we made it back down here to the little boats, the layouts, which we actually have covering to lay out in these boats, but it's detachable. So when we just use them for transportation, we don't have the layouts on them. So this we boated up this little channel in the dark here, put our layouts, and just portaged. We were planning on pulling the boats over there, but as shallow as it was, there was no point for that. So now we got to get back in the boats and move to that other location. There's little pools off this river, off this little channel, both sides of the little channel all over the place. So it's a nice little spot with lots of different little woodland pools, like the one last week, and that's what we're gonna try again. Into the woods we go. Find our next little spot here. I don't think we're gonna pull the trigger to teal today, but we are little boys off on an adventure. This is the area I lost my boat that time. One time I was in the dark, portaging a boat in here, and I got turned around and couldn't find the hole, and so I just left my little boat to run up and try to find the water, and then found the water, but it was pitch black and I couldn't find my boat. So I spent the next 30 minutes trying to find my boat. Oh man, I'm gonna get this camera so muddy. But there's teal in here. We got buzzed a little bit as we set up. So we got Dan there, my dad Carl over here, and I'm back off here. I think the way it's looking, we may just be able to drive. You know, if we can even get a couple ducks after the way this morning started. Last week we were clear back in here, so all right, that's all I got for right now. I want to kill a duck. Mud. Well, nothing yet. We did have one duck sneak in from our left and land and get up, and we missed. So
Hush.
Now we're starting to get a wood duck show again in here.
Hush.
And there's a certain dog on our left who is being really annoying.
She thinks the decoys are dead ducks.
And her owner thinks that he can only enforce pain on her with a shot collar. But I informed him that a knuckle sandwich works pretty well too. But he doesn't seem to be...
If I just had a choke chain.
An old trainer we knew used to take shells and put little tiny rat shot pellets in it and shoot the dogs to help them be steady in the butt with rat shot. And we weren't too fond of that idea.
I wasn't particularly too fond when I felt rat shot in her ears.
Yeah, we actually found rat shot in one of our dog's ears from the trainer that we were sending the dog to. The dog would break and not be steady, and that trainer would shoot it with rat shot. But we weren't too fond of that.
I don't think the trainer meant to shoot it in the head, but that's what happened.
Yeah, well, shooting a dog at all with anything is probably... This was a professional trainer, though, that did this. So. Well, success. We had a teal come from
Right to left.
the right, back and right behind us. We weren't even looking. It came from Dan's right down in and landed right by the spinner.
Of course, Dan didn't see it.
Yeah, Dan doesn't care about looking for ducks.
Danny boy.
And we have no idea who shot it. 3 shots equally rang out and the duck went down.
I think that's all.
Got a kingfisher here doing a little fishing.
Kingfisher.
They're one of the few birds that can hover, and they can just hover right over the water, identify a fish, and just smack it. Let's see if we come on, do it.
There it goes. Two. Did it again. You get that?
I think I did, yeah.
Chewing. I think he missed.
Old Dan's a little messy.
Yeah, it's let's spend some time with the garden hose.
To a cafe to eat, and there was a screen door on the cafe door. And just as Smitty started to go through the door, Dwayne swung it wide open and smacked him right in the middle of the face. Oh, that was one of Dwayne's boo-boos that I really liked.
How you feeling, Dan?
I was good if my leg wasn't stuck.
And Dan the trailer man. How'd you like to be
There goes his hat.
Try to get up out of there.
There goes his hat.
I'd rather be in quicksand right now.
Well, there goes 2 wood ducks right by us. Well, that's it for the hunting today, but at least we ended up with 1. It could have been a lot worse than that. We're going to stop and build a fire and make a little coffee and eat this 1 duck, I guess. So then that'll be it. We got to boat on out of here and load the boats back on the 18-footer. And we're out. Alright, gotta get out of here. Make some coffee. This is close to where we were camping last week, but not exactly. Off in a little different location. But I love this little place here. If I was gonna camp, I would love to camp right in here. But we do about 3 or 4 camps a year. And really enjoyable. So, get all the way back in. Sometimes I actually get more sleep that way than getting up at 2:30 and rushing out, because we get in nice and close to where we're gonna hunt. And we camp, don't have to worry about anyone beating us in there because we already got the spot. Oh, spider. Big nasty spider. And then we actually get to bed earlier and get to sleep in later. Oh, it's kind of a nice way to do it. Here.
I read these Louis L'Amour books, you know, where these guys are traveling around in these guys. They can light a fire in a howling snowstorm or a rainstorm.
Just by staring at it, right? Yeah.
They always have just the right ticket.
So I always keep these little packets. I've got a little bag that I keep in my hunting bag. We always have waterproof hunting bags, and one of the things that I keep in there is always little packets of instant coffee. And then I've got this tin from Cabela's that I used last week, and it's got a couple cups in here. So anytime that we do decide we want some coffee, we can build a fire. And a lot of times I'll keep a little, like a propane cylinder as well, so we don't even have to start a fire. But don't use it every time, but it's nice when we do. Well, here's what we've got, a little duck leg. You like that duck leg, Izzy?
Yep.
Izzy, get back.
I don't know if I want to eat a duck leg that your dog has licked.
And then little tiny duck breasts. Get back.
Little tiny duck heart.
And these guys are duck organ lovers, not me. We'll be ready to go. One little tiny teal between three guys. Pow, pow, pow! Hey,
You guys killed it because my second shell hung up.
after today, that little teal is a trophy.
Yeah.
All right, we got our one. We are making the most of our one little teal. Got the duck breasts, little legs. I don't know what Dan's got on that carcass, wings, meat, and stuff.
Wait, we still got the neck here. Come on, guys.
There's not much left.
I thought I was gonna get a major disaster on video.
I can still go.
Yeah, you could. Keep it rolling. This is an American lotus pod, or like a lily pad. And these little nuts in here are actually edible. So that's what the seeds look like. They're actually edible. And you can, that nut is edible. It actually tastes really good. There's a little green bud in there that normally you'll pull out because they're kind of bitter. But they're really good. If you put them in with like a stir fry or something like that with vegetables, they're excellent.
I like the green.
Oh, you do? Did you just eat that by itself?
Yeah, with the green in it, yeah.
Do you taste it? Let me see. Do you taste the little bitterness?
It kind of mellows it out, I think.
Oh, really? I always take the green out.
Or not so much mellow it out, but give it a little bite, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely a tart taste to the little seed.
I take it and I bite it in half. And then I just dig each half out.
Yeah.
These are good, man.
I know. Well, we could run in and grab a couple more if we wanted.
Sure.
You want to?
Yeah.
Well, we just spent a little time harvesting these lotus pods and see what we can do with.
For starters, I may throw candy into the drink down here at the river.
Well, we got all three boats back on.
Nice just to hear some belt squealing.
We're ready to go.
That's what it is.
Long, muddy, hot day. One duck. But a great time. Hunt number 4 now over.